This video is a lesson on how to draw the eye. Welcome to estherioart, where we share tips and tricks to become a better artist. So let's get right into the video. In this video, we're just going to make use of two pencils. That is the 8B graphite pencil and the HB graphite pencil. Then we are also going to make use of the correction pen. You can use a gel pen if you have that. We'll make use of our regular eraser and our kneaded eraser. First, we're starting up with a circle, and we're just moving our hands in a circular pattern to get the right feel of the circle before we start drawing it. So you don't actually need to get a perfect circle. You can actually use any material, any circular material to draw your circle if you find it difficult to draw a circle with your free hand. Okay, now we're going to draw a horizontal line, not halving the circle, kind of right from the bottom to the top. So we're going to draw that horizontal line like so. After the circle, we're going to be drawing a curved line at the edge where the line meets the circle. We're going to be drawing a curved line, then meeting it from the curved line to the other end of the circle. We'll do the same for the bottom side, but we're going to move a little bit further before curving it, unlike how we did for the top. Then drawing the eyelid, meet the circle where the circle start, the point start as indicated to the other end of the circle. Then next, with your eraser, you erase the circle and the line, the unwanted things. So here we are, guys. This is what we have. Now we're about to draw the pupil. So we want to get the right measurement for the pupil. You have to find the right measurement, make a line, find the center of it. Then that center, we are dividing the center into two equal parts at the left and the right hand side. Now the center of the divided line, it's what we're going to use for the measurement of our pupil. Now while drawing the pupil, you have to make sure that the edge of your pupil is touching the line. The edge of your pupil is touching the line, and your pupil have to be round. You can draw it round, then you can erase the remaining particles away later. You can see at the top side I have an extra left, so I'm going to erase that now. So this is what we have, guys. Now for every realistic eye, there's always a reflection. That's reflection from where the light is coming from. Now I like drawing my reflection this way. There are also different ways to draw a reflection depending on how you want your light to come from. So next, I find the center point of the pupil so I can get the right feel of my iris, of how I'm going to draw my iris. Now do not forget, the iris is different in the dark and is different in the light. In the dark, you see, in the light, you see the iris is kind of smaller, but in the dark it gets bigger. I'm going in with my 8B pencil, creating a strand over the iris and shading my iris. Now be careful, that strand that we made, we're not going to be shading it the same way we did for the whole iris. We're going to make it a tad lighter than the other part of the iris. Now we're about to shade our pupil with our HB pencil. Now this pupil, we're going to need a light shading. Now holding the end of the pencil is going to give you a darker shading, so you want to move your hands farther a little bit back and slanting your pencils to get that really light shading for the pupil. Now we're done with this, guys, and we're going to be using our blending stump to blend what we just shaded to give it a more realistic look. In we go again with our 8B pencil. Now we're going to outline the full pupil. We're going to outline the sides of the pupil. Now after this, guys, we're going to be shading it from dark to light, starting dark and ending light. Now we are done with that, and we're going with our trusty old blending stump. I'll blend everything through to make the shading equal, the blending. You can actually leave your pupil this way. You can actually leave it this way, but if you want to go a deep further, you can make use of your HB pencil and make some random zigzag lines. When you're done with the zigzag lines, you make a straight line from the center of the iris down to the edge of those zigzag lines you just made, like the illustration shown below. So here we are, guys. Now we're going to want to darken the edge of each of those zigzag lines. We're going to make it darker with our 8B pencil. Now we're done with that. We're going to go in with our kneaded eraser and erase the edge of the zigzag lines. I'm going to erase the edge of the zigzag lines. So this is how it should look like when you're done with erasing. Now we're going through to color the white of the eye. You know, when you're looking for a realistic look in the drawing, the white of the eye is not white. It's kind of a little darker than white. So that's what we're trying to create right now. So we're going with our HB pencil, blend it up and starting from light to dark. Now guys, remember there's a reflection in the eye, so therefore there's also going to be a shadow at the top of the eye. So you have to take note to add the shadow at the top of the eye. Done with this, we're gonna outline everything. Most times a not perfectly opened eye usually comes with a little line. I don't know if it's called the lid or what, a little line above. So that's the line we're gonna be putting. Now the more closed the eye is, the bigger the line appeared. We're shading the bottom of the eye lightly. Now you don't have to be so careful to get a very smooth bottom shading, because even rough ones can make it look like a wrinkle.